Wow. Ms. Fenimore, what are you here to prove today?
I am here to prove to my boyfriend Frank that I have not cheated on him and that I am innocent. These allegations have been ruining our relationship. It is a constant battle where I am defending myself, and I come here today so that I can remove this scarlet letter that I feel he has given me. I feel I give him no reason not to trust me. I'm loyal, faithful, and now we have a baby.
I mean, you're throwing it out there. Yeah, I've been cheated.
If he's going to accuse me, I'm going to give him what he wants.
Why would you even say that?
He says, just tell me you've been cheating on me, and I'll stop accusing you. So I'm going to give him what he wants.
Okay, so you can't say then, well, there's no reason, because you've given him a reason.
He keeps asking me to say it. I'm basically backed into a corner.
So you're like, if I answer your question, you will stop accusing me.
Correct.
It hasn't happened.
Correct.
You know, when your mother gets worn down, she's like, okay, whatever. Just stop talking to me about it.
No, that makes no sense. Because if he's accusing her of cheating, and she wants him to stop accusing her of cheating, the way to do that is not to say, yes, I've been cheating.
I'm not agreeing.
Because you agree that doesn't make sense. If you can stop him from accusing, to admit that you did the very thing he's accusing you of is not going to stop him from accusing you.
If I were you, I would believe that. What? As a woman, at some point you don't care, you stop being logical, and you're just
you admit that it's not logical.
Yeah, I'll own that.
If that was the case, then why is she being so defensive and has something to say about it? She can...
Because I love him, and I want to be with him, and I just want the accusations of cheating to stop.
So then why would you even mention about being with somebody when you really weren't? How would you feel if I would have done that to you?
Because you constantly hound me. I feel like I'm left no choice.
Are there any other warning signs that you've had, Mr. Manini?
Yes, Your Honor. There have been multiple times where she has spoken to a person she was with in the past as a platonic conversation. So why would you feel the need to delete these text messages, call logs, and then have the audacity to say, hey, look at my call logs, and then see that there were phone calls made, and then when you look at the phone device, there are no calls from this person, text messages, so that when I bring it up to her, she'll deny that there was anything happened. Why is this here like this then?
You submitted those phone logs to the court, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
I'm here.
Ron, would you please get the paper version, please?
Thanks.
So you're saying all of the entries to this particular number, and this particular number is to this X. Is that correct?
Yes. Someone she was having platonic conversations with.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 calls. Back to back to back, all on the same day. Why are you calling your ex?
I am not calling my ex at all. These calls were not from me. These calls were from Frank with a spoof device spoofing my number, calling this man to try to pretend like me that he was me, so that this person can fess up and he can catch me in a lie that's not true.
Your Honor,
I did not make those phone calls.
Your Honor, I'll be honest with you. Yes, I have tried to fish this person into speaking as if I was her. I stopped because I realized that there were other conversations between them two. Now, if she has nothing to hide, and I would ask her, are you speaking to this person? No, I'm not. Then why are these things popping up randomly?
So you're saying
no secrets here. She's lying to me. I ask her, and she'll deny it.
So you admit to fishing in the past.
Yes.
You're just saying this, what you just handed the court, is not your fishing, but it is her still in communication with this person that she used to be intimate with.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, we started going out in July. And that's in December. How many months afterwards? Okay. Not only that.
But they're not mine. No, they're yours. So
I see Jesus.
I will take a lie detector test to prove that it was not me. Coming up. I decided to leave a reporter in the house. Can you hear the man? It's not me.
Who is the other man in your apartment?
There is no other man.
She keeps denying the truth.
We have got the security of a baby state in addition to the cheating allegations. You performed an lie detector test regarding the allegations. Have you slept with anyone else during your 3 years together?
We switch. He can stream all the games he wants without eating up our family's data. Got 4 lines for just $25 a month per line. With unlimited gigs.
limited gigs. Sad about the open house?
Just gotta check my credit at Credit Karma first.
Checking will lower your score.
Checking your credit score with Credit Karma never lowers it at all. It's free.
Oh.
Credit Karma. Get knowing.
Okay, I'll admit I didn't keep my place as clean as I would like because I'm way too busy. At the time to chase around with less than air. So now I use heavy-duty Swifters. Hard to reach places, Duster makes it easy to clean. It captures dust in one swipe. Ha! And new Sweeper heavy-duty cloths lock away twice as much dirt and dust. It gets dust deep in the roots of the mess. You know, my place is a lot cleaner now. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
Seahawks in another Thursday night blockbuster. 2 NFC. I could literally talk about this forever.
Thursday at 7:30 at Fox.
If the disability stops you from
Please don't take my route.
Frank Moore is a large man. 1-800-838-2020. The call is free. The advice is free. He spent his adult life working hard.
Okay, he don't take my route. Okay.
Get the money and healthcare benefits you deserve.
Hello.
1-800-838-2020.
That's in my route.
These allegations have been ruining our relationship.
So then why would you even mention about being with somebody when you really were?
I feel like I'm left no choice.
Have you heard
Nothing.
There's a recording device of me and you in the apartment.
I didn't even know it was there until you told
How would
me.
you have known if I would?
Until you told me. I didn't know it was there.
And she just
So how am I telling someone?
Okay, so we got your side, and we have the recording side.
Stop
Yes,
there.
The
ma'am.
recording we have.
Hear it.
We're going to play the first recording. All right, go ahead.
Can I just say one thing?
Oh, God.
Go get your feet.
Recording we have.
Hear it.
We're going to play the first recording. All right, go ahead.
Oh, man.
I heard it.
Can I just say one thing? Can you hear the man? It's not me.
All right, so we heard a woman's voice say voice recording, and that was her.
Right.
We heard a man's voice, and you say that's not
It's not
you.
me. And as you can hear, she said, do you just want to stay here?
Miss Fenimore, who is the other man in your apartment to whom you are relaying there's a voice recording going on?
There is no other man in the apartment.
So then who-
I don't hear any. I don't hear
Why do
any
you
of
not
that.
hear
I've heard
anything and
this
everybody else
recording
does?
so many times.
Your Honor, and
I am
she-
sick and
hold on,
tired of
listen to
listening
me,
to it.
Nina.
I don't hear anything. Yeah, I hear me, and I hear me on the phone with someone on speakerphone who I'm imagining is probably Frank. I don't know.
She keeps denying the truth and everything that's happening. And this
I don't hear
We
it.
heard that. There was a lot that we couldn't make out, but we did make out voice recording.
I think she should just.
I haven't cheated.
I think she just realized that there's a lot of things that's on the line right now, and to
You
keep
done
denying
stuck there.
the truth is what's going to hurt us in the long run. Hence our baby. And he's going to be in the middle of this drama.
Miss
Oh,
Melina,
this
I don't know
hurt.
what I heard. I think I might have heard it, but I don't know for sure. Do you have any other evidence to support your position that she's in fact cheating?
Okay, so there was one day I was trying to get in touch with her, and she wouldn't answer the phone. She
so
picked up the phone,
dumb.
can't talk to you. And I just had this urge to go to the apartment and see what's happening. So I decided to climb the fire escape to our apartment on the 3rd floor. Okay.
You submitted, and you
Yes,
exhibit
Your Honor,
to
yes,
this.
I have.
Hey, you dummy. I hate you.
Here's the apartment on the 3rd floor. I climbed all the way up.
You're doing a Spider-Man up the building.
More like a ninja.
All because you think she's cheated.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe climbing up the fire escape, he got a little dizzy, started seeing things.
So the court also conducted a polygraph examination.
Have you heard rumors that your partner is cheating? Do you need answers? If so, call us toll-free.
Cheating, and then taking it back and saying, no, I didn't. What does that do to me?
I come here today so that I can remove this scarlet letter he has given me.
Here's the apartment on the 3rd floor. I climbed all
Hey,
the way up. I get to the 3rd floor.
You're doing a Spider-Man up the building.
More like a ninja.
Ninja?
Yeah.
Wait, the apartment's on the 3rd floor, first of all.
Yeah.
So you got to actually pull down the fire escape
Climb up
and
the ladder.
climb up. 1, 2, 3 flights. All because you think something's going on and she's cheating.
Yeah.
All right, so you get up into the top.
So I get to the top floor. I look to the window where the air conditioner is, and I see a fan
Oops.
turning back
Sorry,
and forth.
dude.
I try to push into the window, and I broke a vase. When that happened, it seemed like they got startled, and I seen 2 individuals trying to
Hey,
move out of the way
YouTubers,
of the window.
I am doing this.
And where were these
You
individuals
you
inside
guys
the apartment?
don't
Right
want
here in the back.
me.
And there was a fan
Okay,
here. I don't know if you
watching
can see it right there. But it would sway back and forth. And that's how I know somebody was there. Nobody was there. There would be nothing on.
And you believe it was Miss Fenimore
Right.
and her paramour.
Right. Nobody else has the keys to her apartment. You don't allow nobody else but me and her to be in there. So why would there be another couple inside the apartment?
Miss Fenimore.
Right, that is interesting. I wasn't
Okay,
there.
thank you, Mr. Menino.
It never happened. I was not having sex with anybody in my apartment. I have
Yeah,
not cheated
that's
on
a pretty
him.
specific thing to see, though. It's 2 people in bed.
I don't know, maybe climbing up the
dummy.
fire escape, he got a little dizzy, started seeing things, and, you know.
And this is what I get all the time. And it's just, honestly, she's not thinking about everybody else involved. She's just thinking about herself.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Because her whole defense was never happened.
Right.
But now they got a baby involved, and it's a whole different animal.
I have always told Frank I would never cheat on you. That's not my type of woman. I'm not that type of woman.
Your Honor,
If I don't want to be with you, I'm just going to break up with you and move on.
But you all have had breakups, right?
This is so much to deal with. When would I have time for somebody else?
You all have had breakups, right?
Yeah.
When you were on your breaks, have you been with somebody else?
Yes, and he knows about it.
Papers, it was 1 6-month break. Is that correct?
Just about,
Yeah,
yes.
that was him.
I think we've heard enough evidence, and here's what it's looking like from our perspective. We have got
Okay.
the paternity of a baby
Oh,
at
that's
stake in
Nana.
addition to
Oh, no.
the cheating
What?
allegations.
When
Right.
you're streaming,
And Ms.
don't
Menino,
fuck your
if you find
messages
out she's cheating, this
Huh?
relationship is in
up.
trouble.
Look at me.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Look at
With
me.
all of that, the court
When you're streaming, don't bring your messages up.
Why?
Because everybody who watches your video sees all your personal messages. Don't bring your messages up. Check them after you're done.
Well,
is that a
so
complete
everyone can see it.
investigation. And at this time, the court would like to call private investigator Brett Magleby to determine, is she cheating?
Mr. Magleby, thank you for being here. Can you please state your credentials?
Yes, I've spent 23 years in law enforcement examiner for iDetect.
In order to get to the truth surrounding these allegations of infidelity, you performed an iDetect test on Ms. Fenimore. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Can you please explain how iDetect works?
During a test, a person sits in front of an iDetect computer equipped with infrared tracking camera. The eye tracking camera monitors involuntary eye behavior. During the course of a 30-minute eye detect test, there are only 1 million points of data that we can gather. At the conclusion of the test, we take all the information, send it to a proprietary algorithm. The algorithm measures the information, sends it back to the examiner, and we get a score of truthful or deceptive at the end of the test.
You performed a test on...
Oh, okay. You took my root. Okay. Through accident.
6-month breakup. Have you slept with anyone else?
Can you break your trap,
during your
though?
3 years together? How did she
Hey,
respond?
dude, can you break your trap?
She actually claimed that there were several breakups and that she admitted that she would fail the test if she was questioned only on the 1 6-month breakup.
Oh.
So, Ms. Fenimore, there have been more than what Mr. Menino even knows about.
No, there were more breaks. So I'm saying there are 3 or 4. He's saying there's only 1. So during the breaks, there were other people. If the question is stating what has occurred in our relationship, then I can answer it truthfully.
Who was she speaking to on these recordings?
Nobody.
So why was she, it wasn't me. I was not there.
You're not hearing it right.
All right. So the court also conducted a polygraph examination. At this time, the court would like to call certified polygraph examiner Patrick Coffey.
Oh, no. Not my friend. Oh, no. This is bad news.
You are overwhelmed.
I know what's out
with
happening.
the possibility you may be relieved of this.
Yeah, this is our baby. This is his baby.
Have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Mr. Menino?
Polygraph determined that... Do you think your boyfriend has a secret lover? If so, call us toll-free at 844-404-CCTV. That's 844-404-2288.
Oh, God.
Provided by...
Your skin has different
So
needs
where
at night.
is
That's
that
why there's
dude?
new Gold Bond Overnight Lotion. Works while you sleep as hyaluronic acid locks in moisture. New Gold Bond Overnight Lotion.
Ah.
Try Efferdent.
Oh, no.
Efferdent's oxy-action attacks stains even in between for a complete
So his somewhere
Efferdent effect. When
here. Okay. Where's my root? I forget. Yeah, I don't know where my root, dummy.
Together. And you're confessing your love to a woman when you got a woman? I find hard jump. There's 2 minutes, so he has 2 problems with me.
You're doing the math. 6 minus 2 equals who you been with. Have you been with somebody else?
Yes, and
Where's
he
my
knows about it. I told him.
One, we have got the paternity of a baby at stake.
You conducted a polygraph examination of Ms. Fenimore, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
All right.
Ms. Fenimore was asked, during your 3-year relationship, other than when you and Mr. Menino were on breaks, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Mr. Menino? What was her response to that question?
Her response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Polygraph determined that she was being truthful.
Ms. Fenimore,
Yeah,
how are you feeling?
I feel happy. I feel like I'm finally, he can finally know the truth. And it's that I never cheated on him.
You are overwhelmed with the possibility you may be relieved of this.
Yeah.
Because I can see that.
I want to have a happy family with him.
And just so that we're clear, Ms. Fenimore, these breaks occurred before you conceived your
Correct.
son.
Correct.
So based
no
on
doubt.
the testimony and the polygraph examination, there's no way that child could be
That is
anyone
correct.
other than Mr. Menino.
That is correct. This is our baby. This is his baby.
Mr. Menino, I'm looking at your face. I'm not sure I can tell whether you're happy, whether you're still confused. She has an overwhelming sense of relief on her face, but I don't see that same overwhelming sense of relief on your face.
Well, I mean, there is some doubt still with everything that happened, but
Nothing happened.
up until, like, you know, he is starting to resemble more of me, and that's kind of like the mission. But, you know.
Do you have some words of advice, Mr. Cutler?
We do. You need counseling to help you move forward. So please, take advantage of the counseling we have available for you so you all can move forward together as a family. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a happy, healthy relationship. Court is adjourned.
Closed captioning provided by
I think that lights hit you. Pretty sure that lights up my room.
Don't vote for him. It is this sense of sureness and emphaticness that Hillary Clinton is employing this week in support of her husband. She is on the attack.
This woman has admitted that the Republicans offered her money to change her story and implicate my husband after her.
Now I'm going to get to talk. You came here trying to get honesty in your relationship and find out she needs you. You said that. The only thing that you said true is what.
Oh my God! Stop
is
there.
a deception.
What just happened Saturday with Miss Mathis? She said you over into me.
Yeah, that's just me trying to make sure things is right with my baby mama.
Your Honor.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me just put it out there. So we're all clear. Who's on the side?
Is it Miss Hayes or is it Mrs. Mathis? Who's the side chick?
She better. It has to be me. I don't want him. I don't want him.
It's not, that's what I'm saying, it's a side thing. I'm trying to move forward in life with this woman. Like, me and her gonna get a divorce, and I'm willing to marry Barbara. I'm willing to marry her.
Okay, but the big question is, you willing? Miss Hayes, are you willing to marry him?
coming up.
I wanted everything to be, I didn't know y'all was gonna go this far.
We are nothing if not thorough, honey.
There's a choice that's got to be made.
Yes, in his car under the seat. Have you found anything else in the cover wrapper in his car? Your car is a hotbed.
Yeah, all the allegations that she accused me of is not true.
I'm not boo-boo the fool.
Who's on the side? Allegations that she accused me of is not true.
I'm not boo-boo the fool.
Who's on the side?
Is it Miss Hayes or is it Mrs. Mathis?
I'm willing to marry her.
Okay, but the big question is, you willing? Miss Hayes, are you willing to marry him?
I don't know about now. After today, he betrayed me. I feel really betrayed. Like, you know, he's the one accusing me of cheating all the time. You know, here he is living with his wife or whatever. Run.
Well,
Every day. It's always something.
And you are accusing her and talking back.
Mom, you watching my video?
This beautiful young woman. And what you're doing is potentially ruining her for her future. How is she going to trust another man?
that's the point we do.
That's the point of me being here is to like just bring this all to the head so it can bust like a pimple. It's like,
oh, it's busted like more than a pimple. It's busted.
I wanted everything to be out. I don't want to go this far.
We are nothing if not thorough, honey.
We said this court did a full and complete investigation, and that's what we do. But now that we've uncovered the truth, you know, there's a choice that's got to be made. And you said he rescued you from a previous bad situation. You might not feel it now, but you may be being rescued right now from this bad situation.
I agree.
Whatever you do in your life didn't work out, God, work that out. But until you work that out, don't bring anybody else into this madness.
As we say in this courtroom, do not cheat yourself out of the opportunity to have a happy, healthy, truth-filled relationship. Court is adjourned.
As y'all can see, we definitely decided to stick around and try and work this thing out. We're going to practice what's called expanded relationship.
Cameron and I decided to call off the separation.
Cameron and I decided to work it out, and, you know, that's my new life, it's my new family.
Now I got 2 women in my life.
Closed captioning provided by
Coldies can shorten your cold by 42%. Very pretty. Might not make your first date 42% better. Shorten your cold with Coldies, guaranteed.
Who will do that?
Drive smart, drive strong.
Getting back to Coldies was a whole lot easier than the way was accidentally left off of a plane during a snowstorm. Got run over by a baggage cart and left in a snowbank for 5 days before being discovered. Other than a small mark, there was absolutely no damage whatsoever. You know, I found this
There's a church pool tonight at 11 on.
Pool for his boys and he all dressed for his person, his haircut like that.
You stopped her!
So call now for free. Cover 33745 for you. I kept hoping he wouldn't dare cross the line at the perjury.
Bill Clinton handed the sword to his enemies.
The Clinton affair concludes tonight at 9 on
I don't know what my room is.
A two-way race for the White House is on.
Don't be short.
Governor Clinton, he appealed to the middle class, and he was centrist. And he kept hammering away on the economy.
We were promised jobs.
Oh, God. Am I done?
WTRF 7 News Facebook page for information you need now. Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
Miss Hunter, did I ask you a question?
Paranoid. Ditto. I did not know that the tickets would actually go up.
You need to have several seats. Those two, either one, go. In my courtroom, it's about equity. Fairness. You want him to pay $628?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, knock my socks off. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. The law talks about something may in fact be true, and let's prove it. And that's the stuff.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Monique Davis claims she received a parking ticket after the dealer blocked her reserved space. Ms. Davis is suing Cherry Hunter for $360. Ms. Hunter claims the street's parking signs were clearly marked and says the plaintiff should have paid more attention before leaving her car.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may...
Hey, are you a boy or a girl? Are you a boy? Are you a boy?
You want 360 because
Are you a boy?
Beyonce and
That means yes? What time shoot that ball?
Exactly. You ever get that?
I had an amazing time. I'm just upset that I...
Oops, sorry.
this?
I've been living at my apartment complex for a couple of years.
You don't have dance battle?
They have been living there for the last 6 months.
Why? Because, are you a boy?
Her husband and her daughter. Yes, that is true.
No, are you a boy?
This location for 6 months.
Are you a boy?
What's the proximity between where you live and where Miss
Oh, that means no?
We're neighbors.
Your neighbors.
Okay, are you a
And
girl?
there's, I take it, some issue regarding parking.
That means yes?
The issue is the complex
No!
gives you
Don't
a certain
do
amount of
it.
spaces. I being a
Don't
single
do
person,
it,
I have
okay?
one. She has
Are you
two.
a girl?
And she, her husband, and her
Please
daughter all
don't.
have cars. So she will come.
You know you've
Ah.
got 2 spaces for 3 cars. You knew that.
Hey, you mean body hop?
You didn't know this.
Doop.
What was going to be the plan?
The plan was
Hey,
only
hey.
to share it.
That wasn't the plan because is your daughter a teenager?
Yes.
You made a decision to purchase a car.
Sorry.
You knew you had 2 spaces.
Mhm.
Yes?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes.
When you decided to make that purchase, where was she supposed to park?
We were going to leave her car in a lot somewhere and then maybe just Uber her to the house.
Well, if you're Ubering her, why does she need a car?
I guess you're right.
That becomes important because I'm trying to get into your head in terms of what were you thinking? Because as I'm hearing it,
Hey, that was accident, okay? That was accident, okay?
We had planned it out, but we
You want
already
you
worked
you want some mats?
So that was the whole plan. We
You want some more mats?
We've lived here a long time.
Right.
We moved
Hey,
in
Drew,
6 months
you want some
ago.
more mats?
And so we had
Please don't do
we
it.
had met each other. So the whole
Please
plan
don't do it.
was initially you didn't
Hi,
have
I had that.
conversation because
You
as
see?
you indicated, there was no third
Whoa.
party. So this plan was devised after the fact.
What does that
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Hey,
And the plan was what in your
oh, God, that
I
means
guess
something out here.
Stop.
Stop.
You're losing me. You had a car, your husband had a car, you moved into the place, there were 2 spaces.
Hey,
you have a
in my
conversation,
dress?
Decided to buy our teenage daughter a car. We
Am I?
only have 2 spaces.
Right.
She's the teen. What was that?
I'm not a
Time
dress.
of the plan.
Hey, come here.
So that came into play after the
Oops,
fact.
sorry.
That was licensed 6 months
Can
after.
I
That's
pick at you?
when we came up with the plan, so then my daughter wouldn't have to park.
Who came up with the plan?
We did. My
Who's
family
we?
and I, and we discussed it with Miss
Well,
Davis.
what was the benefit to Miss Davis?
But Miss Davis is always on. She's
What
there.
was the
She's traveling.
benefit to
She
Miss
travels
Davis?
a lot.
What was the benefit of the plan to Miss Davis?
Our agreement was to have her over for dinner, at least welcome her in my home.
If I'm understanding correctly, Miss Davis, was there a conversation about how this parking would play out with your 1 space and your 1 vehicle?
No, absolutely not.
We don't even need to go any further. Because what would be the plan? She's got 1 car, she's got 1 space. So if the plan is she gives up her space, where does that leave her parking?
She works for a company that's traveling, so she's never even home. So that's why it was going to work out.
And she's not home and she's traveling. Where is the car?
On the street getting ticketed.
And that's what happened, right? The car got ticketed because you were in her space.
Right.
Why are
She
we
normally
here?
would come. We had an agreement that she would come and she would usually knock on my door and wake me up. At this point, I was sleeping,
Let me disabuse
so I
you.
did not hear it
Ma'am,
at that.
I'm talking and you're talking. That's a problem.
Okay.
Let me disabuse you of this. When you say we had an agreement,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
A verbal agreement.
I'm not.
Coming up on Unlimited this quarter.
You're doing her thing.
Well, she was letting me do that, and I would call me. I would move my car right away.
Letting her do that, Your Honor. I would be out, I would be traveling, or I would be at work, and I would come home and I would see them.
And
She was grandma, so they're losing people left and right. But what about them if she leaves and just sells all of his belongings and sells his home, moves 500 miles away with some man after claiming that she loved my dad?
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-552-6878.
You always pay your insurance on time. Tap one little bumper and up go your rate. What good is having insurance if you get punished for using it? Newsflash, nobody's perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. Switch and you could save $782 on home and auto insurance. Call 1-888-490-3122 for a free quote today. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Hey, hey, are you there? No.
With uncontrolled moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, you never know how your skin will look.
Teammate.
You feel like no matter what you do, you're itching all the time. But even though you see and feel your eczema on the surface of your skin, an overly sensitive immune system deep within your skin might actually be causing your eczema. So help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent. Dupixent is not a steroid, and it continuously treats your eczema even when you can't see it. At 16 weeks, more than 1 in 3 patients saw clear, almost clear
Teammate.
skin,
Oh,
significant reduction in itch. Do not use if you are allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor.
America's court is now in the case of Monique Davis, who is suing Jerry Hunter for $360.
In order to have an agreement, someone has to make an offer, and someone has to accept the offer, right? So you and then okay, there's no part of your
Teammate, come over here.
That says we agree that I would take her for that space. You didn't write that. You talked about you made dinner for her. You put that in the statement.
And I had offered her the $30. She let the ticket go to collection. It went up. It went up to $30.
Every time, all day early. There's nothing in your statement that reflects there was an agreement. Now, was there an agreement?
Never. And I don't know about
in your space.
She wasn't parking it. As a matter of fact, I have evidence just to show you what was happening.
Wait a minute. I thought it was a situation where she was actually parking in your space.
No, she's actually blocking my space because where my space is, there's a red zone, and if you park there, you will get towed. So apparently the complex thinks that if you're blocking a space, then that's okay. It means you're only there for a short period of time. So she'll normally park in front of my space and then go in her house, and then whenever I come home...
And she's parking in front of your space to avoid the red space.
To avoid herself getting a ticket or avoid her getting a ticket as well.
You're doing her a favor.
How? Well, she was letting me do that, and every time she would call me, I would move my car right away. Letting her do that, Your Honor. I would be out, I would be traveling, or I would be at work, and I would come home and I would see that.
How many occasions are you talking about this happening?
Multiple. First I went to...
Why weren't you saying something about it?
I absolutely was. That's her fault for not speaking up when we had already agreed, and now she's going back on her word. She should have spoken up and been assertive and asked for what she wanted.
When you keep talking about the agreement, what was the agreement?
The agreement was that while she was out of town, I was able to block that spot because that's how our complex works.
Why do you need to block the spot if she's not even there? Why not just pull in it?
Because she knows she would get towed. Because if that was the agreement, I would have spoken to the leasing agent, and they would have said okay for that period of time.
In other words, they're monitoring which cars are parking in which space.
Exactly. Right.
So if she actually parks into the space, she knows the car is going to be towed.
Exactly.
Unless you authorize that car with that make, model, and license plate.
Yes, and we had already authorized
right now.
No.
Do you not hear me? Because I hear me talking.
Sorry.
Deputy Thomas, do you hear me? Okay, I just want to make sure.
Truthfully, Your Honor, there was no long-term agreement. But there was, hey, if I'm going to be out of town for an extended period of time, I would for that courtesy. But every single day...
Why are you at the...
Oh, I see.
Darn it.
You really weren't dealing with this situation. You didn't nip this in the bud. You were sort of letting it go.
If I knew I was going to be out of town for days on end, I would let her know when I was leaving and when I would be back, and when I expected my parking space to be free.
Well, the problem with that is you're sending mixed signals.
Mm-hmm.
It's either okay...
Miscommunication.
Ma'am, ultimately, we started with this whole thing of you were at the concert. You're not out of town.
No.
You come home. Take it from there.
I come home. I see that she's blocked my space. I'm by myself. I don't have significant other, friend, dog, nothing with me. I knock on her door. She does not answer. We have bad reception in that area. Call her.
can't get through to her. I said, okay, fine. I have to park in the closest place that I can because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. We live in Crenshaw. I'm by myself. Next morning, I come out. I have a $65 ticket on my car. I asked her, can you pay this ticket since you caused me this ticket?
Why would you continue to allow that versus going to, is it a rental property that we're talking about?
Rental property.
Why not just go to the manager and say, I don't want to deal with this anymore?
I initially did go to management. They did nothing about it.
Is she still blocking your space?
Every day. Every day.
Still haven't had that car too?
That is a lie. Your Honor, that's a lie.
Why are you selling for $360 when the fact of the matter is the ticket was on $65?
I had never actually gotten a ticket before, so I thought that was just the price.
But
of
she's
the
lived
ticket.
in LA for how long? She doesn't read street signs. It's not my fault she didn't read the street sign.
Miss Hunter, did I ask you a question?
You're annoying.
Ditto.
I did not know that the tickets would actually go up.
You need to have several seats. Those two, either one. Go ahead. Sit down. Go ahead.
I didn't know that there were fines if you didn't pay it right away. I
So
thought
you
it
let
was
time elapse and the ticket prices went up.
Yeah.
You wanted to pay the full amount.
I wanted her to pay the full $65.
All right.
I confronted her with it.
I see the ticket. I get it. Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court. Gavel's going to come down in favor of the plaintiff. Get up. The next time she's in your space, have it towed. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise. Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $65.
I respect the judge's verdict, and I will tow her car next time she parks in my space.
My neighbors should have spoken up sooner. But don't worry, I won't be parking hers.
And coming up on America's Court with Judge Ross.
She leaves and just sells all of his belongings
Hello?
and sells his home, moves 500 miles away with some man after claiming that she loved my dad.
Closed ca-
Mom, I'm done streaming. How I did off. So now do you know how to off streaming? You hold it. I'm pretty sure you hold the button, the menu button.